John, do you know if any of those PSAs have actually been broadcast?
They haven't been broadcast that I know of on television. They could have been, I just don't know about it. We have a partnership with Create TV, and Create TV does air some of our stuff, but they're a little bit kind of under the weather at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well done.
You don't have sound, you just don't PowerPoint.
Yeah. And you can see many of our examples on YouTube, SVC TV film.
Good. Yeah. Very good.
Have you guys been using this one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Loose. Oh, I'm sorry. Diana says she's going to come up right in and take care of it.
No, show it every year.
There you go.
I was got it color coded.
We're good. Okay. Which way is up and which way is down? Let's start with the pointer. The one on the right. Okay. So, what I did is, for our project, one of our projects, is that I had the kids I wanted them to create a brochure. So what I had them do is I had them choose 2 climates, and they had to find the most efficient air conditioning system, residential system, for that climate. So I wanted them to have one of them here in the Bay Area, and they had to choose another one in another area. So what I did, first up front, I wanted to show them what I was looking for in a brochure. So these brochures that I passed around to them, that I'll pass around to you, were from my own company that I had. So there was a partner that I had in this company, and we did air duct cleaning, and these were the brochures that he created for me. The partner that I had in this company is the one that also created the logo for my business that I had. So he was a cartoonist, and he did those are all original cartoons and stuff on here. So he created all these things, so they got to see what these brochures look like. So, you know, it's a little bit blown up version. So I wanted them in a trifold. They were just showing different renditions and how it takes place and how it forms and how it has to have certain information in that brochure. So it can't be real wordy because people don't like looking at a lot of words, and it has to have very important information that's easy to read, and it's just quick and simple. So after they created this, so this is their choice. They had to get into two to three groups of 2 to 3, no more than 3 in a group. They had to choose those climates. After they found out what the equipment was, they had to do a lot of research to find out what the equipment was, because they not only had to find out what the most efficient equipment was, but they had to also find out what the PG&E rates were for that area, so they can see how much money was being saved. So they had to find out PG&E rates for that area. They had to find out what equipment brands were out there, what manufacturer were they going to use. So I gave them a list of different manufacturers that I wrote on the board, and they had to choose one of those manufacturers. Well, they found that some of the manufacturers weren't that good as far as longevity, because I told them I wanted the best. I wanted the most efficient. So they found some that were really good, but the efficiency wasn't that good. So they had to kind of like weigh them out and find out which one was the best. So after they'd come up with their best, they had to create their own pamphlets. And I got a couple of their samples here. So this is a couple of samples here on the past. These are the students. The students created these. So these are just their roughs. So after they get done with these rough pamphlets with the information that they put in, after they've got done creating these, it's got all the information there. This one's got Miami, Florida on it, because I wanted them to choose a different climate. Naturally, we're a little bit drier here. You go over to Florida, it's a little bit more muggy, there's more humidity, and we gotta get rid of that humidity. So they had to choose the right equipment for that particular area. So the whole purpose behind, the whole driving question behind all this was green awareness. So that was the whole section in my curriculum that we teach is green awareness and efficiency ratings. So when these guys go out to the workforce, they're able to tell a client or a potential client what equipment that they feel is the best. So the other thing is they also got Yelp reviews, they went to Consumer Reports, and they got more data on that. And this has been going on, this is for 2 weeks now. We're going on to week number 3, and I gave them 3 weeks to complete the whole project because it required a lot of research. And then the revisions. They also had to contact manufacturers to use their logos. You just can't go and put something in print without permission. So I had them contact the manufacturers and let them know that we're from a school and we've got this project and they have to make a brochure using their product. And if it was okay if they used their product. So they had to send emails out. They had to make phone calls. Then we had them call actual businesses and find out what equipment are the local businesses using. What is the most efficient system the businesses in our local area selling? What is that equipment? So they had to go out and they had to ask and actually talk to all these vendors and businesses and actually get information from them. And they found it was very frustrating because they got put on hold, they got transferred to different departments, they got, well, we don't give that information out, we have to come out to your house. Well, I don't have a house. You know, it's like, this is, I'm a student, this is a project. Oh, okay, well, in that case, this is what we do, this is what we use, this is the equipment we sell. I can't tell you specific prices, but this is a range of what it would cost. So some of the brochures they created, they actually have prices in them, which were way off. So I told them, I said, that's going to be like maybe wholesale prices is what they're giving you. So they even called vendors, supply houses, is what I meant by vendors. They called supply houses up to find out data from supply houses. So they had to compile all this information between the 2 or 3 of them and figure out what equipment they want to sell. So the brochures that they made were actually very well done. And it was the whole meaning or the whole thing behind why a brochure is because I wanted them to find the best equipment that they could find, because some of these guys are going to end up owning their own business someday. And they're going to see what kind of equipment is out there and available to them. And they're also going to be installing this type of equipment. So they have to know what's involved in the installation of this equipment as well. And what percentage of savings each model is going to save down the road versus a basic system versus a very high-end system. And the cost difference. How long will it take for that high-end unit to get my money back, spending $10,000 versus $2,000? How long will it take in my energy savings to get that money back? And will it last just as long as the basic one? So they had to figure all this out. And through all the Yelp reviews, the Consumer Reports, I've got some other publications that I got from HVAC magazines that they had to go through and find out from there too as well. So they actually got all that done. The hook, the completed brochure ready for the public information and for private business owners. So what they're going to do is they're going to take these brochures to private business owners and show them what they found. So I actually want them to share these brochures with the businesses, local businesses, and say, hey, this is what we came up with. I know this might be a brand that you're not selling right now, but we did all the research. This is what we found to be the best. If you want to check it out, And one of the cool things is that this particular student that made this one here, he stole the artwork off the internet, off of Google Images. But if it's on Google Images, you can probably use it, right? So he got that logo from Google Images, and then he changed it because it didn't have the HVAC in it. It just had these flames. So he put the HVAC in it. He's going to then put SVCTE on the bottom, and this is going to be our class logo. And then what he did is he took that same logo and he put it on the back, and that's going to be for our mobile app. So he's going to create a mobile app. He also has a QR code that he's created. I don't have it because he's still working on it. But he created a QR code, so when you click on that code, it takes you to a website that has this brochure in it, and it has other pertinent information on climates on that website. And the website is free, so he found a place where you can get the free website, and it's got all of the information for climates and different equipment for those climates. So it's a choice and voice. After they were all done, what they did is they took all these brochures, we laid them all out, we did a gallery walk, and as collaboratively as a class, we picked the best ones. This was the best. This ended up being the best, even though the color, you can't tell the color, but it was like a royal blue color. It was a really sharp color. My printer ran out of ink. You can see on some of those. Ran out of color ink, so they didn't come out that great. But when we get the final product, we'll throw it up and send you guys a copy. You can see what we felt was the best final product. You'll be able to scan the QR code, see the website, to get the mobile app. And then on the mobile app, which we're trying to do is link it to our class so that you can see some updates maybe on the students. We're going to probably put some more information there on equipment. So it'll be a more public access type of thing. They're going to try to make it fun too, so they might even throw a little game or something in there that you can play. So we'll figure that out. That's it. Oh, one last thing. The second climate, because I only had them make the brochure on one climate, and that was for our area. The second climate, they had to just do an essay on it. So they just did a little essay on the second climate.
So, James, actually, not every image on Google is copyright free. So let me help you with that. Let's go find it and make sure we're on the up and up.